What's up, everybody? Three into possible here. Been a minute, been about 10 days since we did an episode, but we're pacing ourselves. Beginning of the season, we got to make sure we can keep all that energy up for the home stretch. So we gotta make sure that we're taking care of all of our, as Marshall wants to, taking care of our chickens. And Joe, I think before we get started, you got a little big news, don't you? That might be popping off tomorrow. Starting tomorrow?
It started last Friday, actually.
Last Friday.
Every Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. Central Time. It's called Cover 2. I'll be talking everything, wrapping up the week, basically, talking everything. Do a little NFL picks, talk for an hour. I always have a guest around 2:30. Depends on what the hot topic is. You can hear anybody. It's gonna be dope. Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes,
Joseph.
Sir.
Was that about your third show on the radio station plus the podcast?
Yep, that's all I do is talk sports.
Okay, media man Joe.
That's all I do, yes sir.
Just the media, bro.
It's a lot. It'd be like that though.
You don't get sick of hearing yourself say all this dumbass shit?
Depends. Sometimes I'll be right. I don't be as wild on the radio as I am on the podcast.
So you don't get to be your true self on the radio. I get it.
No,
I get it.
No, I haven't mastered that ESPN level of going on different shows and saying the same thing. I may pick one thing on one show and pick something completely different on another show.
See, that way you can
track of my answer sometimes.
That way you can clip yourself up and be right no matter what.
No matter what, exactly.
It's smart. It's
sure.
Smart.
Everybody can't hear everything.
That's right. All right, let's get it started with the NBA. We had a little controversy in the past week or so. Some would say it's controversial, I guess. I have a feeling we're probably all going to be on the same side here, but I'm not sure. So let's talk about Zion's dunk. Zion decided we're not going to dribble out the clock with a couple seconds left. We're going to throw down a 360 windmill and give the home fans something to cheer about as they get to walk their ass out the door after beating up on the Suns. The Suns obviously didn't take too well to it. A little pushing and shoving after the game was over. The typical fake tough guy shit that seems to run in Phoenix. So, Joe, I'm gonna let you start this one off. What was your reaction? Are you on Zion's side or are you on the Suns side?
I'm on Zion's side. They was getting beat the whole game. Weren't they down by 27 at one point? So yeah, I'm not really trying to hear that. Y'all could have stopped. You had plenty of opportunities to stop him. It's not like he did a fancy layup. It's not like he was the 12th man on the bench trying to get a bucket. This Zion, come on, bro. Everybody know he dunked. Just enjoy the dunk. You lost. The game was already over. Now you're just being salty because the dude got a dope dunk. And it's not like he did it on y'all home court. Relax. Y'all just being some punks because y'all sucking right now. Seriously, that Chris Paul punk shit is rubbing off on them. That's exactly what that was. I'm surprised somebody didn't get hit in the nuts. Come on, Mara, it's not that serious. Y'all got beat the entire game, and he had 1 second left on the clock to do something dope. Just embrace it. The shit was dope. That was a dope ass dunk. Y'all being petty.
I like dunk.
Hell yeah, everybody liked that dunk. I know they went back the next morning and watched that shit and was like, man, that was a good dunk. Come on, bro. Y'all was losing the game. It was been over.
Did you see his teammates? You see his teammates?
Yeah.
It was right by them, and a couple of them were like, "Don't do that. Don't do that." And Zion said, "No, fuck that." 360 windmill, walks over by his bench. It's over. Get these clowns out of here. And the best part about it was one of those scenarios where they were playing again in 2 days. That's what made it even funnier to me.
That's true.
Because it's not like he could do it and then not have to see them for a few months. He was going to see them in 2 days.
And then if he did it a half a second later and it was after the buzzer beater, were they still going to be mad?
Who knows?
Who knows? I probably would have been mad if he did it after the buzzer more than I do. Wow, it's
get
the
that extra point.
First of all, if I was on that court, I would have been petty enough to not let him get that dunk. I would have fouled him. You're not getting that dunk, bro. I don't care if we lose by 27. You're not getting that dunk. I let you get it, so I can't be mad about it.
Devion, I know of all people.
Right.
Yeah, you know I like the disrespect, so I like it. Shit. Hey, if you don't like it, beat me. If you don't like me, beat me. And put a stamp on that. And was it you, Will, who told me like, oh, I don't remember. Was that like the post post conference, post interview when he was like, I wasn't here last year and they beat us, so I gotta let them know I'm here. I was like,
he basically said like,
that's perfect. That's perfect.
He said it was out of character for me, but they were the ones that sent my guys home in the playoffs last year. So
hey, you don't like it. Next time you see me, do something about it. I like that. It's like you starting a little rivalry and you getting them old fools up out of there. I told you, Zion is trying to take the throne and he out here dominating. So I like that. It's like if you don't like it, beat him. But you can't. So so it is.
All right, so I'll be the person to disagree with Zion. I'll be the person. After the game,
I like college basketball more than the NBA.
Here's my issue with Zion. After the game, I don't want to hear that it was out of fucking character. I want to hear you say, "Yeah, I fucking did it. Deal with it." That's what I want to fucking hear. I'm definitely not taking Team Suns here. Fuck them. Like, that was amazing. First of all, Chris Paul tried to take a little layup there on the other end. They got the rebound and then threw it down to Zion. So Chris Paul trying to get some cheap points that didn't fucking matter to anybody. So I'm not trying to hear any of that bullshit. And again, at the end of the day, it's in front of his home crowd. He sent them home with the cool dunk. Get over it. You lost. You're just mad. You're just mad you got your ass whooped. You're not mad that he fucking dunked it. So I'm not trying to hear any of that. And like I was saying earlier, my favorite part, they had to see him again in 2 days, and what happened? Pelicans beat him again.
Yeah, like they had an opportunity to stop him.
He gave him all that fucking extra motivation, right? Yep. All that extra motivation. He said, "All right."
Crybaby ass dude. That was funny. I was like, awesome.
I love that shit.
Chris Paul,
I love that type of shit from Zion.
Hey, bro, you know the funny thing about
10 out of 10. Do it again. Do it every time.
When they get mad at him for doing that, and then Chris Paul come down here and he just like throw random elbows at people. He'll push you off.
You see, it might have been earlier in that game where he tried to sneak one at Alvarado.
And I'm like, bro, like, how you getting mad that somebody do this? And look at what you just did, bro. You dirty. Like, you're a dirty player, bro. Like, you good, but you're a dirty player, bro. So how you gonna get mad at somebody for, like, they beat you? And I was like, well, I'm putting my foot on your neck, too. Like, just beat me, bro. You're a pussy. That's what I be saying, bro. Like, that shit is... I'll leave it alone.
I'll never buy. I don't know. Like, I guess good that the Suns get pissed about it. Like, I guess if I'm a Suns fan, like, I would want the players to be mad about it. But I don't know. See, the thing that I hate about it is all these like old heads that want to come in like this disrespectful to the game and blah. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. There ain't nothing. There's nothing wrong with having a little extra fire and passion going into these games. Like, that's what makes sports fun, the competitive nature of it all. And when you get your opportunity to talk your shit, talk your shit.
And basketball is different than all the other sports. Like, you're supposed to talk shit. That's part of the game.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, now what I don't want to see, I don't want to see the Pelicans on some soft shit now in the future. Now, if somebody comes and does some shit like that to them, dunks on somebody, flexes over them. I don't want to see the fake tough guy shit from the Pelicans. Like, if you're gonna play that game, you gotta be able to receive it too. So like, I have no issue with that. I love it.
I don't want to hear them say nothing.
Yeah, that's just like playing outside, bro. Like, you say craziest shit to people. You do something wildest thing to get in them the best games. Like, bro, I like seeing real basketball. I don't like that controlled emotion stuff. Like this, be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, you push somebody cool. Like, it don't gotta be no Indiana and Detroit, you know what I'm saying, situation, but it gotta be. Like, you know what I'm saying? It got, but at least if it's some physical stuff and people out here disrespect you,
on the court,
I like it. Especially an old dude. Like, that's what old dudes do, bro. cool. I watched Chris Paul growing up, but he old now. Like this is mine. Like this is what happens. They gotta remind him like you watch now. It's my time.
That's what they doing.
Like, hey, bro.
They're not scared to do it.
Man, clown ass dude.
All right, let's talk about another point guard.
Man.
Let's talk about another point guard, Steph. God damn it, Steph. Steph, I don't remember the exact medical term, something fluxation, subfluxation, something like that. Basically sounds like a dislocated shoulder. He's going to be out a few weeks. They say it's nothing super serious, but definitely does need its time to heal and everything. I think it's the left shoulder, so shouldn't hopefully linger on his shooting or anything like that. What I want to know from you guys, and Devion, I'll let you start. Warriors are currently sitting in 10th. Is this gonna a few weeks could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks, it could be 7 weeks. Like, we don't really seem to have a great grasp. If I had to guess, I'd guess 4 to 6. What do you think this does to the Warriors in terms of their repeat aspirations? They're already having to fight and claw their way back up. Is this gonna make that too much?
No, not really. They do. It seems like they've been doing shit the last 2-3 years. They might suck, as long as they get in at least 7, 6 to 7 plays. I think that'd be all right. But right now, bro, it's just they go deal with the injuries that they dealing with. They, Steph gets hurt. He gonna get some type of injury. I ain't really worried about it. It's when he comes back. Clay is coming back off injury, still getting used to it. So they going through the little growing pains of being a complete team again. So he minor setbacks. But, as far as them is this confident that they'll win, back to back? I don't know, but I still think they'll be competitive. I won't count them out because, like I said, they can be in 6th, 7th, or 8th seed. They get that momentum, depends on who they play, first round. They might look like them, like they might repeat again. So it's just until they get knocked out and they're not a non-factor, you really can't count them out. It's just their style of play is just shit. They catch up fast. Shit. So it's until I see them get knocked out, I'm not really too worried about them. This is some normal shit to me. So,
Joe, what do you think?
I think it knocks them out of getting a top 3 seed in the West. I definitely think that. If you look at their record this year on the road, they're 2-13, and they on the middle of a road, a little road trip right now. They have the 76ers without Steph. That's a loss. Toronto Raptors, New York Knicks, Brooklyn Nets, and then they home against Memphis. They could easily lose all them games. If you don't win, if you don't go out 500 in those games, you're gonna be looking hurt. You're gonna be looking like the Lakers. And who knows how long Steph Clay? He looked good against the Celtics the other night, but he's not 100% back. Jordan Poole ain't really looked like that dude since he got paid. So I think it's gonna be a situation where they fight between the 4 and 6 seed. And then when they get in the playoffs, they, like Devion said, they dangerous. But in the regular season, it's a wrap for them getting a top 3 seed because they just too far behind from a slow start. And just their record on the road just tell me right there they got too much young talent. They don't have that veteran core no more. And I'm concerned about that young core. They're not a championship team with that young core. They're going to have to make a trade. So maybe this Steph Curry injury may showcase some of that young talent. They can get rid of them and get some players because they're not an NBA championship roster right now.
Yeah, man, I'm torn on this one. Obviously, I'm not saying it just completely sinks them. They have no chance, right? But
it's like playoffs.
But like you're saying, Joe, top 3 is probably out of the question at this point, unless they just go stupid hot when he comes back. Because like you're saying, they're probably going to lose some games. Also can't forget they don't have Wiggins right now. Yeah, so it's not like they're just down Steph. They're down Steph and Wiggins, who's a key contributor to that team. Like you said, both of you said, Clay, he hadn't looked right.
Right there.
both these last couple of years. So I'm worried if they're in that like 5, 6, especially if they're in the play-in games. 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I'm worried about that team. Like I don't. If they're in the play-in, you can kiss a little championship repeat goodbye. I agree with your last point, Joe. I think this could end up being, though, if they can still manage to be like 4 or 5, I think this could end up being like a net positive if those young guys can start to kind of figure out, because they're going to get more playing time now. So they need to figure out how to fit into the system without Steph. I will like you're obviously never replacing Stephen Curry. But if you're going to try to with a role player, there's probably not a better role player than Jordan Poole to try and replace him, just in terms of like the types of shots he can make and create. I still think the ball sticks to his hands too quickly. He hasn't mastered that thing that Steph does where he just can keep it moving and then know when to pick his moments. But, I mean, he's Steph Curry. So I'm going to say this puts a big hurt to it, not completely dead, but I think this is going to prove to be, when we look back at the season, if they don't win, we might be able to point to this one like, yeah, it just made their road too hard once they got to the playoffs. Let's talk about a different Warrior, Draymond.
This boy.
Draymond got a fan tossed from the game when they were playing Milwaukee. Pretty good game. Now, this is what the fan allegedly said. This is from like the TMZs of the world. So who really knows? The fan allegedly said Milwaukee fans are taking it easy on you. Is basically what they said, referring to the Jordan Poole altercation. If that's all they said, Draymond, like, come on, bro. But I don't know if I believe that. So what I first want to know from you, Joe, do you believe that is what Draymond actually heard, or what the fan actually said? And what's your kind of whole reaction to just the entire thing in a nutshell?
I don't know. The fan could have totally said that, but that don't sound like something a fan would say. That's kind of lame for a fan to yell. We're taking it easy on you. That's kind of lame to yell. I don't believe he said that. But I also believe, who knows what he said. I totally believe Draymond probably heard something threatening to his life. But when there's that many fans screaming, who knew what he said? I mean, it's not like the dude was right there at his ear. I mean, they was kind of close, but it wasn't like.
Yeah, he wasn't like a courtside a courtside fan. That's what was. He was like a few rows back. That's what was weird about it.
May have thought he heard that, but I'm always with, hey, these fans been getting out of control lately, so I'm always gonna side with the player when these fans do stuff because they be acting kind of crazy, especially lately, especially the last couple of years. So if a fan did something crazy, I think hey, go with the player first. Do your investigation. If you find out that's not really what said, then don't suspend that player. I mean, don't let that fan back for a couple games and then let him back. If it is what he said, then he can't ever come back. Just keep it pushing. But I just think it's a story really because it's Draymond. People get at Draymond. Draymond not playing well. He probably heard something. He probably being a little sensitive too.
Yeah, it should also be noted the Bucks gave that fan a refund for his tickets and are giving him tickets to another game. So it sounds like the Bucks are taking the fan side, which smart business move. But Devion, what'd you think?
That sound like some cornball stuff. Sound like he just, I don't know what his beef is with these fans, bro. Like arguing with fans.
He's always getting into it with fans.
Yeah, like I get it. Like maybe. You know what I'm saying? To say that the fan didn't say it is, I can't really say that because fans say some wild stuff. You know what I'm saying? They do say some wild stuff, but if somebody say they giving you a pass and you like, what pass is that? Like, bro, that's a threat to your life. What, are you getting like death threats out that we just don't know about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, to me, that ain't nothing to be like throw him out the game for. I'm like, bro, talk your shit back. Like, ain't that what you're supposed to do? Like, talk shit back to him, score on the other end, come talk shit to him again when you score, make a play, and move on. But like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we like I said, maybe I'm missing something. Like, where to say somebody, they give you a pass. Like, bro, if that's what I'm gonna do, like, if my team is beating your ass, I'm saying it. Even if my team not, I'm still gonna say it. It's just like, damn, bro, I'm a fan. Like I'm supposed to. Like I don't know. I think that's so corny just to do that to a fan. Like that's part of the experience, bro. And you over here fucking it up. Like you know what I'm saying? He worse than the fucking refs. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You low-key got a point. Like I always think about that 30 for 30, the Michael Jordan, the Last Dance 30 for 30.
Come on.
When you look at the fans, bro, I was like, man.
Come on now, you hear me?
Bro, they was wild. They was standing up the whole time. Like them dudes, they looked like they was ready to fight. Like in the
they
garden.
talking shit about your mama. They talking about your, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't care, bro. Like they try to see blood, bro. This is a gladiator sport to them. Like
so, I got like I'm torn on this one. So I'll put it like this: if that's what the fan said, Draymond, you're wild. Like, you're wild, bro. Like if he just said the fans are taking it easy on you, come on, bro. Like let's keep it moving. I'm more, I think, with Joe though, where it's like I think fans have been out of pocket for like way too long.
They have.
And so like I'm all for players getting like these fans that go way out of pocket, getting them tossed. Like I don't care. Like I hate like this whole like notion or feeling that or like empowerment that these fans have that the like players are not also people and like that they should be able to say shit that they would never say to them if they knew that they couldn't get their ass whooped right there. Like so I'm all for that wild shit getting taken care of. Now if he's just strictly talking about basketball, like trolling your basketball play, then you gotta eat that. Like you gotta hear that and you gotta eat that. That's kind of where I get. But when fans start going to the, you know, like calling them out, like, oh, you're a bitch or you're a pussy. Like, again, I'm not better than anybody. I'm not gonna pretend like I've never done it. They can never fucking hear me. But like, you know, like, but if you're sitting to where you're 5 feet away from him, and then you start calling him out his name like that, and then he turns his attention to you,
you keep going. Right?
Yeah, like, bro. Yeah. Hey. Now, if he say some Mike Tyson shit like I'm gonna eat your kids, I throw him out the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, like or like the fan like from Utah that was like yelling racist shit at Russell Westbrook. Yeah. Like, you know, like that's what I'm saying. Once you kind of go like outside of basketball, I'm fine with them getting removed. But like if you say, like, oh, you're playing like a little bitch, like Draymond, just eat that.
Bro, but you hear funny thing about like him giving the pass, bro. In soccer, they see black players, they might throw bananas on the field. You know what I'm saying? So for somebody to and they, you know what I'm saying, if they ain't complain about that, bro.
That shit ain't right though. No, they definitely complain about it. They definitely complain about it.
But I'm just saying this gonna keep happening. It ain't right. But for you to come over here and so a fan just trolling you getting them thrown out the game, I'm like, nah, you super wild.
Again,
for that, bro.
It depends on on how you're trolling them. There's a line. If you're keeping it to basketball, cool. Once you go outside of basketball,
that's fair. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm like, bro, you think
you start talking about wives, kids, whatever? Like, yeah, you can get tossed. I'm never gonna feel.
Bro, you can even talk about your side chick. You know what I'm saying? That's fair game. Like, as long as he ain't throw, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, now if he threw it, hit him with the head with a banana, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, get him out of there, bro. Yeah. But like, it's just hard for me to, you know what I'm saying? It's just hard for me to believe like something Draymond, like, I just think he's sensitive. I'm just like.
Oh, he's sensitive.
Yeah, look at all the bullshit you done, bro. You kick people in their nuts and shit, and like, you over here bitching. Just shows your whole ass up.
First thing he did was get his teeth fixed, so I know he's
sensitive. Yeah, you hear me? I'm like, look
at Draymond at Michigan State and look at Draymond now. Come on, bro.
Boy, you ain't lying.
You ain't ugly, you just broke. I'm telling you.
I'm still not over. Joe, I'm still not over our freshman year at SLU. Draymond's Michigan State sending our Pelicans home.
That was a great game, though, too. That was something.
Gotten over it.
Draymond, the last 2 minutes, just took over. He just took over. They were just like throwing it in the post.
We ain't got nothing for that at SLU.
That's why I got to talk shit now. Just talking shit now.
All right. Let's go to a buy or sell. Now, this is stemming from a Boogie Cousins interview. Now, I'm not going to give y'all what Boogie Cousins said. Well, I think y'all have both seen it, so I'll give the context for the viewers. Boogie Cousins took issue with hearing that Chris Paul is always being thrown into this. Oh, he's a top 5 point guard of all time. Like I feel like people just say that shit like very loosely without really like thinking about like necessarily like, oh, who's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like so, I can understand where he's coming from. It seemed a bit disrespectful to Chris Paul in the manner that Boogie Cousins did it, but that's just Boogie being Boogie.
Boogie,
so
you know
I love it.
Yeah.
So what we are gonna do now is we're gonna play buy or sell Chris Paul as being a top 5 point guard, and I'm gonna need y'all to come with if you're gonna say yes or no. I need to know who your 5 are. I need to know your top 5. Joe, since you're so with it, go first.
I'll name my top 5. Chris Paul, definitely. I'm buying that he's a top 5. I will die on the hill that John Stockton not a top 5 point guard. So I'm taking John Stockton out. Like, I don't care what nobody say. He is not a top 5 point guard.
Joe just immediately is like,
no.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna say yes to Chris Paul, but before we get anything else, fuck John Stockton.
Basically, 100%. But my top. So now we got that out the way. I give you my top 5. It's Magic, Isaiah, Steph.
Yep. Get hard now, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Magic, Isaiah, Steph. Man, I'm gonna have to. I said Curry, Isaiah.
Yeah.
Steph.
Bro, say John Stockton, bro. You don't got no
Stockton, bro. I have to put him in there. I can't. Damn, yeah. Man, John Stockton, Chris Paul, I guess.
This boy started off with John Stockton is not
bro.
I'll
take it back. I take it back. I'm putting Walt Frazier in there instead of John Stockton. I make Walt Frazier my 5.
My God,
bro, you don't like Jason Kidd instead of Walt Frazier? You don't like?
That's a good one too.
There were so many other options.
Steve Nash.
No, I'm putting Walt Frazier as my number 5.
Damn, bro, why?
So you got Chris Paul 4.
Chris Paul 4. Walt Frazier 5.
Damn, bro,
I have so many comments for this.
Yes, sir.
Devion,
like why, bro?
Hey, bro, Walt Frazier was good.
Devion, we can discuss it after. We can discuss it after.
Devion,
give me your kind of quick synopsis here. What do you got?
How much
are you buying or are you selling?
Yeah, I want to talk shit about, but I think he is top 5 for sure. Like, you know, but I can get I can hear it. Like, I heard this argument of why. I'm like, I hear you. But some of the people he named, like I'm not taking Steve Nash over Chris Paul.
Me either.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
give me your 5, Devion. Give me your 5.
Magic, obviously. What's his name? Isaiah Thomas.
Obviously.
Steph Curry for sure. I gotta put Steph in there. And I'm not like you, Joe. I think John Stockton deserves to be on there. He got records that you're not gonna fucking beat. So. No matter how great we say these other players are, you're not beating this record. So it don't matter. Hey, it ain't his fault who he had. He capitalized on who he had. So, and then I put Chris Paul
at 5.
Yeah, but I personally like Jason Kidd more than I like him. So I don't know.
It's one of those things like I think we probably all like Jason Kidd more, but
yeah. But he's a winner too. Jason Kidd still is a winner. So it's like it's just at the point.
Okay. Like let's be real about it. Let's be real about it. You know, Jason Kidd was not like Jason Kidd when he won.
Nah. He won one of them. He won a Juwan Howard on that team. I say that when he won his.
Right. No. Yeah. He was a contributing person. Like he was.
But he won at
starting. But he was not like Jason Kidd anymore.
But he been to the finals. He went to the finals with the Nets.
He got his ass whooped with the Nets. Yeah.
Oh no, they got
him there though.
He got him there. You know what I'm saying? So
they low key did have a squad. Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson. Who was the 4? Kenyon Martin.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that team was a squad. Okay, this is actually shocking to me. I didn't think there was a day in hell where Devion was going to say yes to Chris Paul being.
No, I want to say Steve Nash. I did, but I'm just like, I don't really have no good arguments right now.
I don't even need Steve Nash. I'm selling the fuck out of Chris Paul being a top 5 point guard. I can't believe I'm the only one doing this. Yeah. So one is, to me, at this point, very clearly Steph. I think Steph is supplanted being number 1 overall. We don't have to love him or love his fans or anything, but I think Steph is 1. Magic is 2. Zeke is 3. Isaiah Thomas. 4.
This is where it gets tricky.
This is where it starts to get tricky. I'm debating my last 2. I already know who my last 2 are. It's just which order do I put them in? I'll go Stockton 4. I don't love it. And then I'm putting Russ 5. Like I don't see an argument for how Russ is not top 5.
My bad. I don't know how I forgot about Russ.
Russ has averaged a triple-double in 3 different seasons. Like that is unheard of.
That's fair.
Unheard of.
That's fair.
Now, Will, you right, bro. I don't even know how I forget about that because his accolades, and if he don't do that, they don't win or go nowhere.
Because he's been garbage. It's because he's been garbage. That's why we forgot all about
who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right, yeah.
He might be garbage, but at the end of the day, like when you go back to look at his highlights and all that stuff, MVPs.
At the end of the day, he's reached the same height that Chris Paul has, losing in the fucking finals. Like I don't see how.
No, you're right.
Anyone takes again, there is an argument. I'm not gonna pretend there's not an argument, but like if it was to me, like CP3 is not even 6. Like I would take Steve Nash before I would take CP3.
You know how many people I will take over him and watch over him. I would. I'm not gonna lie.
I might.
You know why?
I might not. CP3 might be 6.
I like
because
Steve
just
Nash.
defensively is what's really gonna
don't matter.
Steve Nash is a turnstile.
It don't really matter about the defense because in the end of the day, Chris Paul get hurt. Steve Nash gonna come over here. Steve Nash is running against the Lakers.
Nash be stitched up and keep playing. You're right.
But I'm just saying, Steve Nash ran it.
Steve Nash also has the argument for like kind of innovating the game. Like a lot of people don't like to give him credit for it. They talk more about D'Antoni, but D'Antoni couldn't do what he did the 7 seconds or less in Phoenix. You couldn't really do that without Steve Nash, and that's the NBA today. Like that is like. You can credit all these other facets to other people, but Steve Nash and D'Antoni have created this.
I really don't want
to. I didn't bring up the MVPs because
See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if we going off like top 5, if you basing it strictly off like accolades and certain things like that, Chris Paul probably not a top 5 because Westbrook accolades to me are shitting on his. Like, it's not even close. And it's just about like who, like I would prefer to see Jason Kidd over him. I'd rather see Steve Nash over him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know Steve Francis was like shooting.
Didn't nobody say it. No one said
Gilbert Arenas. I'd rather watch them, but I'm being petty now. You know what I'm saying? I'm being petty now.
AI not in there.
You talking about Gilbert Arenas? Agent Zero.
I'm talking about Allen Iverson.
Yeah, but he's a shooting guard. That's why I wouldn't.
He's a legit
shooting guard. Yeah, because if he was,
he didn't even have the ball. He didn't even bring the ball.
You're right.
Nah, you know what I'm saying. If he was a one easy like Chris Paul, you can boot it. But it's just like he's what we consider a true like point guard. That's why it's like Russ is a 2.
Russ is a 2
who does point guard stuff and just destroys all of it. So it's just like to me, Russ.
Yeah, but Russ had the ball. Like Russ brought the ball up. Like Russ initiated the offense. Like
it's just
everyone always said, like he's like a 2 masquerading as a point guard, but like he was tasked with setting up the offense.
That's fair.
Hey, Will, you might be. Hey,
we probably should have started off with LeBron then, if that's the case.
Yeah. Nah.
Well, but LeBron didn't always initiate. Like LeBron, first of all, LeBron different.
Point guard.
Just a different thing.
Shit, I'd rather see.
They actually talked about that in the interview with Boogie, and Boogie was like, "Look,
he's over
that's
there by himself.
That's a demigod over there. Like we're gonna put
him. Yeah, that's why it's like you can't
bring
put him over into the conversation. I think Luka's gonna be better than him, but I'm not gonna say that because I know.
No, he won't.
Will. But
dude, who?
No,
Chris Paul.
Oh, I thought he was talking about LeBron for a second.
Right. I think you're right about Westbrook, though. I'll give you that.
Oh, Luka's gonna be better than Chris Paul.
All right, hold on. We're turning this into a whole talk. Because holy shit, I can't believe you just. I don't even like Chris Paul, but we're gonna fucking do this.
He is.
Talk your talk, Devion.
He is, bro. Like what?
You gotta give me an explanation, motherfucker. Like, okay, I'll take your word for
thing. No, I'm saying, here's my thing about Chris Paul. All right, we can go through his whole. You want to go? We'll go from the beginning to the
whatever
end.
You got to do to make this ludicrous fucking point.
We like sitting in Wake Forest. All right, dope. The Hornets, he was dope. Got his ass knocked out. The only thing Chris Paul has done so far is like he's a good traditional point guard, and he's fun to watch. And it's fun because he's undersized. but he's a fucking loser. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like, oh, he hasn't had the players, he hasn't been in the right system. No, he has, and he's failed. So he's a loser to me. So it's just one of them things. Like Luka can be a loser right now because he really, you know what I'm saying, he got an okay team, but compared to the teams like Chris Paul has, I'm like, Luka, all right, and he's in the first couple years of his, and he's way more exciting to see than him. If Luka even got, I'm not even gonna say the players because I don't think it will work out either. But if he got players that complimented him, like Chris Paul has players that compliment him, I think Luka will go further than he is and have an actual chance of winning without getting hurt. Chris Paul is just, he's, like I said, he's going to go in there and do his thing, and he's going to get hurt. He's going to blame it on everybody else, or he's going to not show up. They're going to lose. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like I like him being a point guard, but I just don't fucking. Hey bro, at the last 2 years, bro, ain't nothing I'm gonna say that's gonna be good about him. He found a way to disappoint the last 2-3 years, bro. And he had it. I'm talking about, it's like he from Houston on. It's like they had it like, here, y'all could beat the Warriors, and they found a way to lose. And you can't blame Harden, because if you want to blame Harden, you should have took the game over. I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. Like he bogus to me. Luka at least will start taking the game over at the end. Like we thought he was shit, and then now he'll start taking game over. He'll start scoring. He hold the ball too much. I'll give you that. But at least he'll take the game over, and he ain't out here blaming everybody else.
Houston Rockets with James Harden. That's what the Mavs are right now.
Yeah, but shit, exciting. Who you want to watch more, Chris Paul or Luka?
Luka.
Whole career, like from the jump, Luka.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
that's fair.
Come on, bro. Even if it's just off excitement level alone, Chris Paul, like I said, he's a true point guard, undersized. I appreciate him, bro, but he's a loser, and he just complains about other shit. I just don't like that, bro. Like, if you gonna be a loser, at least have some fire accolades. He don't. It's just. You know what I'm saying? I think Luka.
Go ahead, Joe. Joe, I'm waiting on Joe's explanation. You've been talking too much about this.
Hey, Dev done said it all. For real. No, but I just see the potential. First of all, if Luka stays on track of what he's doing, he's going statistically, he's gonna be better than CP3 off rip just by doing what he's doing. And his ability, he is obviously he hasn't won yet because the talent around him. But
that's what
his
we're gonna
ability
do. Okay.
To win a championship, to me, and be the main guy on the team pops off the screen way more than Chris Paul does. Like even when Chris Paul with the Hornets, like he looked good, but you never said, "Ooh, we're gonna go win a championship because we got Chris Paul and Carlos Boozer." Like,
I think you mean David West, but
David West. Right.
Yeah, I know you talking about. Yeah, David West used to be a beast too.
He was
a beast.
Oh, when you look at Luka, you can say, okay, they don't have that much around him, but you know, like, yo, he can get us to the Western Conference Finals just by himself. Already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bro.
Y'all done?
Y'all done?
Hey, bro, you a Luka hater, bro.
Like I said,
I'm not a hater.
In this style of play and the style like the NBA is right now, I can see Luka's style. If you put a decent amount on him, he can go further and have better accolades than Chris Paul in his career versus and Chris Paul was in the perfect era for his style of basketball too. He ran across the Lakers, cool. Luka don't got a good team. We can say this bullshit all day, but at the end of the day, one got a higher ceiling than the other, in my opinion. Like,
y'all done?
Yeah, bro.
All right, this is obviously Chris Paul. Like Luke. Okay, if we want to go off potential, we can keep doing the potential thing. Like I remember when Dwight Howard had all the potential in the world. Who else? Like, we had all these players that come up with all the potential. The potential. This guy, he's gonna do all this. Okay. At some point, Luka has to win. Like Luka actually has to. Besides all the stats, I've said it before. Luka is just the European James Harden. And if I asked y'all right now, who would y'all take? If I asked y'all right now, who would you take? Their career, Chris Paul or James Harden? I know you're not taking fucking James Harden. I know you're not. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's close.
I really might take his shit over because they both losers. It's just like who had the most exciting, you know what I'm saying? And the accolades at that point. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's like a.
Bro, Chris Paul went to the fucking tanking Thunder and got them to the fucking 5 seed. Like, Chris Paul wins. Like, Chris Paul takes teams and makes them better. He went to the Suns, who couldn't make the fucking playoffs, got them to a finals. Like, yes, I understand he didn't go all the way and finish it off, but, like, Luka ain't done that shit either. All Luka has done is last year was a good step. This year, I see just more regression to the same old Luka that just wants to dribble, cast a shot, or pass because he can't get a shot up. I mean, we can make all the excuses in the world that you keep saying he didn't have talent. All right, well, he's got Dinwiddie, he's got Christian Wood.
And they've all flopped.
All of a sudden, they're all not good enough.
Hardaway Jr. is the second best player.
Look, bro, I'm not saying they
Porzingis.
They not when he need to win a championship.
He had Brunson, who is on a 5-game winning streak with the goddamn Knicks. Like we can discount all the things around. Look, it's not. It's starting to be a thing where these players leave Luka and start looking like players again. Like before Luka, players. After Luka, players. With Luka, they suck, and it's their fault that Luka can't win. At some point, it's Luka's fault. When Chris Paul goes places, he makes people look like stars. He makes DeAndre Ayton look like he might be a max player. He makes David West look like an all-star player.
David West was a good player. Look at his style of play. You really can just throw it up to Ayton. If you're a decent point guard, you could throw it up to Ayton and he'd be cool. But you have fucking Devin Booker. Like, even Devin Booker, the Suns suck. He was still out here dropping 60
Who's more talented, Kristaps Porzingis or DeAndre Ayton?
He got hurt.
No, he played plenty with Dallas. He played plenty with Dallas. He's been putting up like 30+ with the fucking Wizards.
But when after he got hurt, and even though he went next and he went over there, he's not the same as what we thought he was when he come in. It's
he's
like
not the same, but
plateau.
Okay, I'm still taking Porzingis over DeAndre
I will
Ayton.
take him over there. But
how come Luka didn't make him look like that?
But the systems in which you put in there, you can make people look better.
It's Luka. Luka is the system. Luka wants to be the fucking center. He wants to be LeBron, but he's not fucking LeBron. There's only one LeBron.
My point is, KP has to have the ball in his hand to score as well. Like two dominant people. That's
my guy is 7'3". My guy is 7'2", 7'3". You just throw that bitch up by the rim, he will go get it.
He don't like to be in the post like that.
He don't like doing that all the time. He in and out.
Pick and pop. He's a good shooter.
He don't like to do that much either. He like the
bro. No, he just was with Luka. That's it. He was just with Luka. He's putting up 30+ points with Woods. You gotta like shooting somewhere.
Hey, so when
Brad don't got a fucking problem playing with him.
Brad ain't been playing that much.
Bro, I like Brad. What the fuck they doing with him? Come on now. Like what they doing with him, bro? I like
Brad. They're about the same place as the Mavericks. They're looking like the fucking Mavericks.
So it ain't Luka.
It is Luka. What do you mean? Luka's supposed to be way better than Brad.
Look, Chris Paul, I'll give you that Thunder argument all day. I'll have nothing for that. I'll give you that.
Bro, he had those Hornet squads in the playoffs all the time. Yeah. But those teams were talented.
I'm saying back then, you didn't have to have a
David West, Mo fucking Peterson,
David West was
Tyson Chandler. Like, come on, bro.
They put everybody. They had people who would play defense. You could lob it up. Chris Paul, he was the number one option on the team.
Okay, but Declan, that's my point. If you're
if you put that in this era, that ain't that's not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, but Chris Paul's adapted to this era too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So what's your
point? OKC argument is one thing.
That
OKC argument is one thing. The Suns, you got D Booker. Let me
ask you this: who's more talented? Who's had more talented teams, the Chris Paul Hornets or the fucking Luka Doncic Mavericks?
I think Chris Paul's had more talent on his team.
Oh my God!
Like, who the fuck has Luka had besides KP? I'm just being real with you.
So we can name not a good player anymore.
We like basketball, bro. For real talk, we can name these players because we like basketball. Like most of these motherfuckers don't know these.
Christian Wood's not a good player anymore.
No,
Christian Wood was hyped all off. Oh, look, they got him.
And he's not working out. He flopped.
Oh,
he get hurt
again. How many people is it going to be their fault?
I liked him, but
how many people? When is it Luka's fault?
I didn't, bro. I'm not taking away from Luka. I'm just saying, like, his teams ain't
My
that
point
great.
is, players go play with Chris Paul, they all look better. Players go play with Luka, they all look worse.
Man,
you're a point guard.
Hey, bro. And
everybody can't play with LeBron either because you can't handle that stress of playing with LeBron.
Chris Paul
First of all,
can be all this.
Nobody's
all
ever been blamed.
And he's a
LeBron
loser,
James has 4 championships. All right, this is a different conversation. We're talking about 0 ring people right here.
Yeah. Let's talk about the losers right now. Like, we can't talk about him. Like, but I'm just saying, Luka. Like I said, until he gets to a point where
I'm not saying it's not
he just
fun to watch.
don't go nowhere.
It looks
I
fantastic.
think his ceiling is higher than Chris Paul because all it takes is it's. First of all, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I can't take away from none of them because the Hornets were the Hornets. I don't think that's a great organization. OKC's obviously a terrible organization. The Suns are decent. I will give them that.
Terrible. Their owners in the process of being forced to sell the fucking team. They're
decent.
terrible.
And that's why I'm saying, like,
they're terrible. Look what they were.
Yeah.
They haven't been good
since the Suns between Steve Nash leaving and Chris Paul getting there. What were they?
Yeah, they were horrible. They don't have they ain't have nobody.
So what happened? What changed?
Yeah, Chris Paul, and then you know what happened when they did that?
No,
Chris
they had
Paul
Devin Booker. They had Devin Booker
he gets
for
to
years.
these points, and my point of it is, he gets to these points, and then what does he do? He won't win.
He doesn't win.
Luka will actually be able to take over games. Chris Paul will not take over games. If you leave it up to him to take over games right now, he's going to be a flop. It's not going to happen
right now.
But I'm going off right now.
Luka Doncic needs to learn how to try to take over games less. That's his problem.
Hey, bro, within 5 years now, even with you saying that, his stats are going to be better than Chris Paul's. And if he gets
his counting stats will look better. I don't.
I'm just saying,
he'll probably give him an MVP.
All he has to get to is one final. All he has to get to is one final.
I got John Stockton ahead of Chris Paul.
But he got records you'll never beat. Yeah, I get that. That's what I'm saying. He got records you'll never beat. But I'm saying Luka is going to be better than him statistically, and all he has to get to is one final.
But after that, it doesn't do anything for me. Because, like I said, I already got Stockton ahead of him, and John Stockton didn't win shit. He's got stats.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. He didn't make people worse. Luka makes people worse.
It's like James Harden. James Harden makes his teammates worse. Look at all these people clowning PJ Tucker this year. Look at all these motherfuckers.
I think
my man out there just running. He's running track out there, getting 0 points and all this shit.
Hey, first of all, it's not the first time PJ Tucker done playing with James Harden. So that's just making it feel.
Yeah, he should have learned his fucking lesson.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like when people bring that PJ Tucker shit up, that's just he's a system player that helps you in playoffs.
Exactly.
Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
my point is, these players they're successful with some teams. Then they go to certain players, James Harden, Luka Doncic, and then all of a sudden they can't play anymore. I don't think it's because they all of a sudden started sucking. It's because of who they're fucking playing with. That's my point. Let's close out the show. Love or Violence was good though. That was good.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Good argument. Love or Violence, Joseph, or no, Devion. You said you wanted to love somebody, so I'm not even gonna.
Hey, bro, you know I'm loving. I'm about to love Zion, baby. I love that. that dunk is everything to me, bro. Like. You want her in the playoffs, you gotta make a statement. You beat their ass and you beat their ass again. And now you come in here like you hear all that chatter and all that noise, people saying that you gotta like and if I tell him I think he still need to lose some weight. But he come in here, he might get hurt, he might not make it to the end of the season. Will he live up to the hype? And he's living up to everything we want him to be, and then at the end it's like let her go this exclamation point. I like that, bro. Like maybe, like I said, I talk shit damn near everything I do. So I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for doing that. And you know what I'm saying? I do agree with Will though. Like if you go be that, bro, just don't do none of this media stuff. Like, man, that's you. You're a dog. Oh. You're a dog, bro. And they're not gonna say nothing to you about it because you don't get in trouble outside the court. You're a dog on the court. You a freak athlete. Be that dog, bro. Go talk your shit and get even more endorsements, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Zion, I told you. Taking Zion over them 3 right now. It's a stamp.
I'm not gonna lie. I was pissed when I saw that shit right after we did that start sitcom.
I was like, stamp. Hey, but look, John Morant, he almost had a poster.
I ain't changing my answer yet, but I said it at the very end. I was like, I could see by the end of the season I might feel differently, but I'm not gonna change it yet. But Zion's been hooping. Joe, what you got?
I'm gonna choose Love too, bro. We just spent 15 minutes, giving a lot of hate to Chris Paul.
Fuck him.
So I'm gonna get some love to Chris Paul real quick because Devion trying to take away his top 5.
This boy gonna say, "Wait, hold on,
bro." He's trying to take I'm giving love to Chris Paul because he's trying to take him out the top 5. They already taking him out of State Farm commercials. Kanye West trying to ruin his marriage. I think Chris Paul deserves a little love. The man been hurt. He finally come back and everybody want to jump on him.
All he gotta do is win.
I'm gonna get the man. He ain't gonna win, so I'm trying to give him. I'm gonna give him his flowers now because he ain't gonna get him when he win a championship.
He ain't gonna win one. Yeah, you're right. Fuck him. And Will, I'm glad you brought Westbrook because I'm mad I forgot about him. Thank you, because I definitely didn't want to put him in the top 5.
Yeah, we need to give him some love too.
Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. Fuck Chris Paul, lame ass dude. Play lame.
After all that yelling at each other, we're all choosing Love, which is fantastic. I'm choosing Love. I'm going to show love to Brittany Griner. Welcome home. Glad she's back here safe. We haven't done an episode since she got back to America. So shout out to all the people that stayed on it and got her home. Fuck you if you're all upset that if you all of a sudden invoked Paul Whelan's name when you hadn't said a word about him in 4 fucking years since he's been over there. Fuck you.
You mean the guy that was dishonorably discharged from the military? You mean that guy?
I'm not trying to shit on him.
That was stealing people's identity and was committing fraud. You mean that guy? Okay. I'll do it. Fuck that dude.
Joe, I was gonna say,
Brittany Griner
like all these
for 10
people,
years. This motherfucker did all kind of horrible shit. Raise a Marine. Fuck out of here.
Like the people that are trying to use Paul Whelan and didn't talk about him in the last 4 years. I don't fucking know a damn thing about him, so I'm not gonna pretend to feel one type of way about it. All I know is his brother. That's what I said. All I know is his brother said, "Cool, no, glad that we did that deal." Yes, we had to let go of a shitty person. If you have an issue with the person that we had to give up and the harm he's going to do to the rest of the world, I can hear that argument. I'm not going to hear the argument that, so-and-so would have got both of them out. No, he wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't.
He had 2 years. He had 2 years to do it.
He
had 2 years to do it and didn't do it. So I'm not trying to hear all that bullshit. I want to focus this on Brittany Griner. Thank God she's home and she's safe, and hopefully she can get back to the life that she had been living in America. Let's get our WNBA players paid a little more so they don't got to go over there, don't feel the need to go over there.
Low key, that's the situation that should have happened to LeAngelo Ball, not Brittany Griner. I'm just saying. LeAngelo Ball was stealing in China. He should have got a couple lashes. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, bro. Joe,
Brittany Griner got a little bit of weed and then
I might have to edit this last part out.
That boy said a couple lashes.
Hey, Bo even said why people want LeAngelo Ball in the NBA. He averaged 3 points in the G.
I mean, yeah, there's a difference between saying he doesn't deserve to be in the NBA and just said he should have gotten.
He should have got lashes. That's what happened in China. When
you watched Dr. Umar this upcoming week on the Breakfast Club.
All right, 3 to possible.